Oh, buddy, welcome back. All right, let's go ahead and roll in here. Do I have any? I don't know if I have any Braum skins on this account. Let me see. I was kind of digging Braum yesterday. Certainly felt better than Tom. Rakan's still great. I wonder with the new movement speed, HP, or what is that thing called? There's an item buffed in the patch. And I am still going to do the support tier list. I wasn't able to do it today, but I am going to do it on this patch. Hopefully tomorrow. My sleep schedule, I just backslid and my sleep schedule got kind of bad. And I still have to take care of my daughter during the day. One of them, the older one. She goes back to school next week. But I just really haven't been efficient with my time. But I'll get there. Cosmic Drive. So it's getting 100 extra health, which is pretty compelling. Like, I was looking at the stats on this thing. Now, it is expensive. So, I'm not entirely convinced that it's not, like, past budget. It does have good components to it. All of these are pretty legit. Like, this is AP and movement speed, pretty efficient. This is ability power, ability haste. I think that's pretty efficient. And Kindle Gem is great. So the components are good. It is 3,000, so it's expensive. It's not like 3,200, but it is expensive. It's Warmog-esque in price. But what's up, Butter? It's just a really good value. I mean, it's 4,000 gold worth of stats. That's not even including its passive, which, especially with his ult, where you're running around kind of tapping a bunch of people, ideally, you know, you can have that up fairly often. It doesn't provide any direct support for allies, but that 80 ability haste does translate into 140 extra shield. Effectively, I think or 120 extra shield, something like that. Rakan has a 1.4 ratio. I guess it'd be like 110, like a 1.4 ratio on his shield. So it does provide more shielding and obviously more damage, but the shielding does help allies out. It's got nice ability haste on it, which is really good. It's a thick stack of health. So there's that, and then there's the Hex Tech. I always want to call it Proto Belt. I forgot what it's called. I don't think it's called Proto Belt anymore. Rocket Belt. It's the same freaking thing. I don't know why they renamed it. But this is cheaper at 2,600. It does have more HP. It does not have movement speed on it, and this thing that does a little dash, which is kind of cool, but it's got an animation, so it's kind of clunky if you try to dash and then W or something. It doesn't give you the speed up that it used to give you. I think this item, like way back in the day, you could cancel your W animation with it, but I don't think that works anymore on Rakan. Yeah, so this is 130% efficient on the stats, and this is 135, so it's very close. The other thing is cheaper, though. This gives movement speed. This is a little bit of damage. I don't know. Neither one of them is probably ideal. It's probably still just Warmogs, but something to consider. Ooh. Been a while since I've actually unlocked a bunch of these. I'm not gonna spend too much time on this. I'm just fishing and see if I can get a Braum one. If I don't get a Braum one, I'm just gonna have to just drop $100 till I get one. It's like, couldn't you just buy the skin? Just buy a skin? Oh, you gotta get it out of the boxes. What was that? That B one was actually kind of cool. I went through that one sort of fast. just open a bunch of... I guess I didn't. Okay. See if I have any... I think I have a lot on this account. I don't know, you probably can organize it by champ here to see, but so right now it's by name. But I wish it was champ instead. Okay, I don't see any, unless I'm missing some. No. Okay, I mean, that's fine. It's not a huge deal. Oh, we already own that one, it says. Oh, champ not owned. Never mind. What's on Pike's probably pretty cool. But, okay. Alright, let's get in there. Yeah, you can reroll skins, but it's like such a low probability that you get the exact champion. You know what I mean? I'd rather just sell it or whatever, dust it. I have not been watching much of the Olympics. I've been very loosely just following the storylines of the basketball team, the men's basketball team. But outside of that, I haven't really followed. I saw something that was like China had the most golds right now. USA had the most medals overall, but China had the most golds. I'm always a little suspicious of China and Russia, and it sucks it has to be that way, but it's like, I mean, like, notoriously just cheat and steal. You know, cut every corner, all this stuff. We don't need to get into it. Oh, was that the, I didn't see it, but was that the thing where it was supposed to, it was like a drag show or something that was like sort of like the Last Supper or something? I didn't really follow it too much. Oh, Russia and Russian athletes aren't allowed there. Yeah. It sucks, man. I don't know why those countries feel like they always have to cheat to win, or, you know, just do all this underhanded dastardly stuff. I feel like they could just be like top tier countries in the world. Like, they've got good stuff. They just have like major problems with, you know, corruption and things like that. Okay. Yeah, I didn't follow that. I'm like, people were saying that it was. I didn't see the actual ceremony. I just saw like the Twitter, or just like whenever I was posting a video for the channel, it was just like all over trending things. Yeah. Seems like maybe not the time or place for something like that, but I mean, I'm in favor of trans people, you know, being who they are, you know what I mean? Like, accepting them for who they are, but, you know, on that kind of stage to feel like you're somewhat disrespecting a, you know, a tradition seems like probably not a great idea. Exactly, yeah. It's like, I don't know. I'm kind of with you on that too, where it's like, it just feels, it's like, why? Why does it have to be, you know, or like, what, like, if you want to have trans people up there for like a show or something to celebrate life, or I guess it's not Pride Month anymore, but, you know, just something like that, trans people in athletics, you know, if you want to have a little like section or something about that, okay, but like, what? You know, why does it have to, like you're saying, why does it have to try to deliberately rewrite, you know, not even just anything, but like something that people hold, you know, very sacred. You know, it's very sacred to a lot of people. And it feels like it doesn't have to be that way. Like, you could have both. It doesn't, because it feels like it's, something like that is trying to be very confrontational. It's like, rugby during the opening ceremony. We'll try Braum here. I'd probably rather have Rakan into Master Yi, but
The heart is the strongest.
we'll just practice some Braum here. Just wanted to watch women beat each other up at rugby or something. There you go. Right. Yeah. I mean, obviously they're trying to draw attention to a cause, and it's like, okay, but I just don't think you have to... You know, it was like the kneeling during the national anthem kind of stuff, too. It's like, okay, I get it. You know, like, we need more visibility. We need more, you know, we need to try to help fight inequality and all this stuff like that, but why do you have to disrespect, you know, like, part of American heritage? That would make a hell of a lot more sense, wouldn't it? Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, sometimes, and that's the sad thing, is it's like a message that can be good, that usually has, at least the sentiment of it is good in a lot of these cases. Just deliberately trying to be something that's confrontational or hostile to tradition in some way. And I think that's off-putting to people who otherwise might be able to sympathize with it, right? If there's people that are, you know, kind of on the fence, they're not sure how they feel about the issue, they're like moderate, or maybe they're, you know, conservative about some things and moderate about, you know, other things. I think that, like you're saying, it's just dividing people and pushing people, you know, away a little bit more. And I don't think that, like, traditional stuff necessarily has to be at odds with, you know, some of the more modern day social issues. Like, I've known, there was this girl that I knew that was a grad student that, you know, was a lesbian, and she went out and drank and, you know, and partied and just had some fun sometimes, but she was also very, very religious, specifically Baptist. Like, she was a huge part of the church, and, you know, she'd go out and have fun on Saturday nights, drinking, partying with, you know, women and all this stuff like that, and then go in and be a, you know, a good contributing member of the church, right? And whether or not someone thinks that those two have to be mutually exclusive, I mean, she didn't really see it that way. And the church really seemed to like her. So I don't know. I mean, obviously that's just like a very small anecdotal thing, but I think there's lots and lots of people where there's just these like shades of gray with kind of who they are politically or culturally or whatever. You know, everybody's a little bit different. And so I think there's plenty of room where you could have compromises. You could have, you know, people embracing certain aspects of culture or supporting causes that may not necessarily seem like everyone in their group supports that cause, whatever it is, but they do, and, you know, they want to feel like that's possible without,
Mother always said, don't lose.
you know, dump it on their tradition. So, I don't know. But yeah, I agree with you. I think especially, I just think the stuff just doesn't have to be as hostile. That's the main thing. Like, I get it. You want to, like, sports are a big platform. You want, shit. My screen didn't lock. Alright, notice that. Hopefully I don't think I'll miss any XP if he doesn't hit him. Okay, there we go. But it's like, so you can have stars speak out about stuff during interviews or do podcasts, talk about, you know, social issues or other things going on, do mainstream interviews and, you know, bring it up or whatever, but I just feel like it just doesn't have to be integrated into the ceremony in such a confrontational way. Right? Whether it's kneeling, whether it's... And again, I didn't see the ceremonies. I don't know. It seems like a lot of people definitely interpreted it that way. I'm not sure if it, like, again, if that was 100% what they were going for, or people just, whatever. I didn't see it, so I don't know. But, yeah, the way it's being described is, like, it just doesn't need to be that confrontational. I just don't feel like it needs to be a lot of either or. I think everybody wants everything to be an either or these days. It doesn't. I tell you that with my students a lot of times. You know, I'll have students that, you know, you see them in class, kind of how they talk and who they associate with and what they wear and all this stuff. And you might think they're one way, and then, you know, you read some of their, like, what they're saying about certain topics, and you're like, oh, okay, that person's a lot more complex than you might initially think. They might just look like a bro, right? Or they might look like a super liberal person, but then you read their stuff and you're like, okay, there's, you know, there's some nuance here. I think there is that way with a lot of people.
Even heaviest door can be opened.
An enemy has been slain.
So I don't know. I wish people would try to make it easier to find negotiation and common ground and all this stuff, rather than, you know, make it harder.
Let us go.
An enemy has been slain.
Okay. He like ran through our wave. I thought the jungler was coming or something. I don't know why he just decided to go crazy there. Oh, okay, he is coming. I don't know why he decided to walk into melee. I guess in case dude flashed.
They are too tight.
Okay. Maybe should have gotten Reju beat in this kind of lane where we're trading a lot. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I mean, I try to help people find, you know, common ground and explore what they think, and just help people just broaden their horizon regardless of wherever they are, but... Does he catch all that? No, he's gonna lose some of it. Okay. Okay, so Yi was there. We just backed up so fast that he didn't get a great gank on us. Brand's up like a lot of farm off of that too. Yeah, that's what a lot of people are like. It is. I mean, there's something illegal about, yeah, freedom of religion or not religion, or, you know, whatever. But yeah, I mean, people are always free to critique.
An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
Huh.
An enemy
Okay.
has been slain.
Oh my god, really? Holy shit, she really gets away. Oh my god, dude. should have just left.
An ally has been slain.
If you flash Q, you could have killed Seraphine when... I mean, maybe if I jump to him with the W and then I go for the flash Q. If she doesn't sidestep it. I don't like flashing and doing a max range skill shot, yes or no. Especially on a support. It was pretty close to hitting her just with W and then Q. Also wasn't sure about where the jungler was the whole time, so I kind of wanted the flash just in case jungler showed up.
Let us go.
Killing spree.
Is that guy's name Titleist? It's kind of funny.
Braum is on the job.
He should have dashed. I don't know if actually if he wants to dash and double tap that. And Seraphine just ults if he dashes, probably.
You can always stand behind Braum.
What? Was that the notes? Stage presence? No, it was the her little notes.
Take time.
Okay.
Shut down.
Or was that a splash off of his thing? How did he get the kill? I don't know what happened. I thought I was out when she hit me with those two things.
Has been slain.
I thought I was gonna live with like 100 HP and then something else killed me.
Sometimes I see heart just needs
But she gets like a hell of a lot of range for that empowered auto, I'm pretty sure.
Mother always said, don't lose.
An ally has been slain.
I wonder what's around next corner.
Really? He doesn't want to go in for the stun? I mean, I've got exhaust.
You thought you were in trouble.
Killing spree.
Hell. Lux is popping off, so that's good, I guess. Seraphine's gonna be strong. I have to go Tabbies too against Yi Aphelios. I don't know if I got that cannon XP. Damn, I've already died 3 times. That's rough. Bro, let me get some stacks.
Rampage. Shut down. Double kill. Ally has been slain. Have been slain.
Why would he keep going, man? And why would I go with him? I should have just pinged back.
Your turret has been destroyed.
So dumb. Alright. Well, actually, can I go Tabbies? They're so expensive now. Tabbies may not be worth. I forgot they changed that. I go Swift or Ionians. Maybe I'll try Swift. I don't know. I'd have to go back and watch the play. It was pretty close, but I really don't like to use my flash for like a max range Q. Especially when I don't, you know, I'm not the most accurate on the brand Qs yet. So I just haven't played a lot of games on him. And it's just such a low impact. Like, killing the support is cool, but using your flash and only having a chance of killing them.
Mother always said, don't lose.
She flashed? I think she flashed.
My soldiers march on.
Oh, he's definitely dead.
An enemy has been slain.
It was close enough, I guess, to flash. I didn't get the assist, though. It sucks. I don't think... I would probably knock Leo down a little bit. I'll have to see her win rates. I mean, it's a pretty big hit to her damage. Damn it, I'm getting baited so hard, but I've died twice from this brand. I gotta quit doing what he's doing. I just cannot get out the same way that I can if I'm playing Rakan. I've got 1 jump instead of 2. And I don't have a W. So I just can't, like, I just cannot get caught up in dumb shit.
Sight is the key to victory. Also,
No, it does. It still reduces his damage overall. Not the true damage, but the rest of his stuff. It doesn't reduce his movement speed. But it does reduce his damage still. I'm pretty sure. I'm like 99% sure it still reduces damage. It's not his movement speed. May have been a waste to do it right there because he's just probably going to run me down anyways. But in general, exhausting E is not necessarily a bad thing. Because he's usually going on you anyways. Like, the movement speed doesn't matter that much. You're just kind of preventing damage.
An enemy has been slain.
No time for worrying.
Whoa, where the fuck? I thought, okay, I guess he queued onto me and ran away. I thought he would queued on them. Guess that's not right.
Braum is on the job. You can always trust Braum. You are safe.
Anybody have a Q or anything? There we go. Nice.
I've always said, don't lose.
Legendary. Your team has destroyed a turret.
Okay, I think she got the local gold, right? I hope she got the full amount.
Killing spree.
So I was trying, I deliberately didn't hit the tower because I saw her coming.
Enemy double kill.
No sneaking up on Braum this time.
I'd probably say Braum, Rakan.
Life is good.
Maybe Leo would still be up there. I don't know. I'm gonna have to see how much that affected her.
Fight, my friend. Let's show our friends the door.
Leo might be top 3. I am skeptical of Seraphine. She's okay. I think Braum is really high. If it's still going to be a bunch of engaged champs. I don't know about Melio. He did get some buffs a few patches ago, but...
You come to me first.
But it did get nerfed. What got nerfed that makes him good? Warmogs? I don't think the Warmogs nerf is a nerf. Like, pro players are still, like, getting him too. They're not on... Are they on Baron? No. Okay.
The darker the night, brighter
G
the
can
sky.
do Baron pretty quickly. Well, it's countering Leona, he's good against Leona, he's good against Nautilus, he's okay, like, not great against Rakan, but like any sort of engaged champ or dive champs. get a reset off of that. Did they kill him? Okay, they get him though. Man, I really wish this Lucian would like do a little bit more. He is not scripting. Like, shut up. Yeah, I mean his matchup into Leona is good, but like I think he's good into a lot of things right now because Warmogs is still good. What did I even get here? Just Val.
See? That wasn't so
I think it's still just a lot of engaged champs. Like, yes, enchanters in theory can be good against them, but they have a lot of other problems where they can't make plays. I just feel like it's not a great enchanter meta still. They do have a pretty high win rate in solo queue, but
Braum is on the job. Always trust Braum.
need Lux. Does anyone like checks? Lux can just kill him. I think Braum counters Leona really hard. It's like she can go in, but then he's gonna block all of the follow-up and just put stuns on a lot of people. I mean, yeah, those two are pretty good too, but Braum is just gonna better be able to like get vision. Maybe not than Thresh. I don't know. Thresh is just like almost never played these days, but like Thresh is tanky. No, dude, they're right there. We literally just saw them. God, this guy like just does not have his mini map enabled.
Lose.
Man. Yesterday I played 2 games, didn't die a single time. It's like 4-0 and 26 in this game. I've just getting hustled. Getting baited into so many things.
I wonder what's around next corner. If you have problem, you come to me first.
Wait, how the fuck did everybody die? Oh man, this Lucian and Brand are just so heavy. I didn't realize Cho has 14 kills. That's crazy. Kind of feel bad for Cho. Because he has been having a pretty good game, but we're just outskilled. No, so like what makes him... So when Leona goes in... So Leona will go in, she'll hit her like E or, you know, whatever, and she can get past the Braum. But then he will just like auto attack her once. and then just put his shield up and block the enemy ADC for, you know, like 3.5 seconds, and then Braum can just walk at the ADC, Q him, and stun him eventually. And the thought is that he's just gonna be able to negate more damage than she will, and like your ADC will be able to peel back. He's just very, very good at peeling back and has quite a lot of ways to stun or just like stop the enemy ADC from doing damage. I mean, I don't know. He's picked in Pro, and they talk about him a lot as a counter pick to Leona, but I don't know like his statistics in solo queue. So her win rate fell by like 2% or something so far, at least. Low data, but so there are champs. Now, again, this is like a super... Some of these are like extremely low sample size. Like support Shaco is good into Leona, you know, that type of thing. But, you know, with over 1,000 win rate or whatever, Braum is the most common thing picked against her. And she's got a like 2% lower win rate against him than other champs. So it's not like unplayable. Actually, it has a positive win rate against Janna, and she has a positive win rate against Thresh right now. So it's like the most picked, most popular thing to play against her. Looks like Braum by a wide margin, 1,300 games. But yeah, that's just like the statistics. Yeah, it's not like she's got a 40% win rate against him, but... You know, against a lot of champs, she's going to have 52, 53% win rate. She's got 49 against him. I don't think it'll eat the E, I'm not sure. But, like, Leona can still get on the ADC, it's just that he's going to lock up the enemy ADC for longer. With his stun and his shield, all of that combined. And then he can also lock her up at the same... Like, so you just auto-attack... Like, she goes in. You can Q onto your ADC to give him extra armor and magic resist. Auto-attack her. You could even Q her if you wanted to like, slow her down so your ADC can kite a little bit better. And then you just throw up your shield and just walk at the enemy ADC. And that's going to lock them out for, like, 3 seconds from being able to auto-attack in a lot of matchups. And then she just kind of gets beat down while the enemy ADC can't do very much. You were in Iron 4, now you're Iron 2. I found a kind of new main for me, Vi Jungle, 70% on 25 games. No, not if you're MMR is tanked. I mean, it's just like any other elo when you're in Iron 4, right? I mean, he's probably only getting plus 20 per game or whatever, and I don't know, 70% of 25 is 17 and 8 or something ish. So that's like plus 9. So that'd be 180 LP, which would be about 2 divisions. So that's, you know, that kind of makes sense mathematically.
Hey, your loss.
It's on napkin math there. But yeah, just because you're an Iron 4 and you start winning doesn't mean you're just gonna get, you know, 100 LP per win. I mean, back in Season 1, they didn't have, like, Iron or Bronze or whatever. You just started at 1,200 LP, and your number just moved, you know, about 20 per game. I got down to, like, 800-some, 850. So, it's possible to come back and win. Ooh, Kai'Sa. You probably don't want Braum with Kai'Sa, even though I really want to play him. Like, you want CC to help her trigger her stuff. I mean, Nautilus would be good. Nautilus is not banned. I guess we could do Nautilus. They pick Braum, I'll be kind of sad, but... Get the ultimate bundle. Actually, that's not bad, to be honest. I might have all 3 of those. I think I do, because I subscribed a long time ago. I'm gonna have to look into that. What was that? That was Disney Plus, Max, and Hulu. It was like 16 bucks or something. That's not bad. I thought Max alone was like 10 or 15 bucks. I think I got that for the Game of Thrones a year or 2 ago. The House of Dragon. Another Yi. Ugh. Alright. I guess I'll keep Exhaust. That feels a little weird, but I kind of like Ignite. I probably should have done Ignite on Nautilus, but I mean, Exhaust is not horrible against their comp. I really haven't even watched Acolyte. I just don't watch anything at this day and age. I'd probably just get annoyed. It just sucks because there are some good shows. I'm glad it looks like Marvel is going back to hopefully their traditional like formulas that help them, you know, dominate the box office for a decade that they just decided to go away from for some reason. They're bringing back, because that's what I heard recently. Like, they're bringing back, I want to say Tony Stark, the actor that played Tony Stark, Robert Downey Jr. They're bringing him back as Doctor Doom. Which is kind of weird. It's like, that is a risky move to bring back, like, the most iconic person in your, you know, very illustrious franchise as a completely different character. Now, if they say he was in a different multiverse and he was also born Tony Stark, but then he just became corrupted, and I don't know how they're going to pull it off, but it's like, can you not just bring him back as Iron Man? Like, they brought back Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, and that movie's doing awesome. Yeah, it's like, okay, I mean, you can't milk these guys for that much more, but he's still in shape. Like, people love Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. It's like, you don't always have to replace people immediately. I didn't think the newer X-Men or whatever, the First Class, that timeline, I didn't think it was that bad. I don't think I watched all those movies, but it wasn't as good as the OG ones. I don't think. I mean, the first and second X-Men, the first one was so iconic back in the day. That and the first Spider-Man, which is so different from any other comic book film. It's like, oh my god, you know, at the time, the way it was shot, the graphics and everything are just like completely like just crazy.
30 seconds until minions
And then X-Men 2 was probably my favorite entry. It was so good. X-Men 3 was pretty bad. Just like Spider-Man 2 was amazing with Tobey Maguire, and then Spider-Man 3 was bad. People just can't stick the trilogy. But anyways, it looks like Marvel's going back to their roots. They're bringing back Russo brothers. Robert Downey Jr. actually demanded that. That they bring back the Russo brothers for the next, like, 2 headliner films that are going to be, you know, they're hoping to be a repeat of something like Endgame. So, we'll see. I haven't watched most of the new Marvel stuff. I kind of wanted to see the new Doctor Strange, new at the time. It's probably like 3 or 4 years old right now. And the newer Spider-Mans. But I was just waiting for them to come to streaming. But they take forever. Oh, never mind, never mind. Okay, well that was a surprise. He didn't even hook me, did he? God, don't let him force shot you, dude. Back up, he flashed. God, dude, he's just gonna just back up, man. I have to eat that or she will die. I've got shield, I guess. Hell.
You have been slain. An enemy has been slain.
Who had the ignite? Guess he did. Man. That was a rough sequence. Forced who to flash. If we just waited on the Jin's ghost to wear out, like he blew ghost for no reason, Kaisa just stepped up and gave him a free 4 shot. When she was basically at full health. We had a crazy good trade. I don't know, sometimes that happens. It depends on when you lose your games. Game, like, wins are not always equal. Like, Jason right now, I think is still in gold 2 or 3, and he has a positive win rate, and he ended last season, I think, in, like, gold 1 or 2. But he lost a lot very early, and the earlier games are worth a lot more than the later games. So you might initially have the opportunity to get plus 50 or something. Run, run, run! Dude, that's an absolute disgrace. At least Blitz got the kill, I guess, but... That was really nice. He basically gave me a free flash hooking in. Wave is in such a terrible spot too. They need to just bring back Chris Evans. Like, they've kept Thor. I mean, maybe these actors wanted to do something else, but I can't imagine they're going to get paid more doing something else than, like, a premiere Marvel film. Like, I know they're trying to transition to a younger staff, partially because the other people are older, but partially because they're really expensive. Like, you can cut Black Widow, man. Ain't nobody giving a shit about Black Widow. Like, you can cut a few of these people, but, like, do not cut Robert Downey Jr. or Captain America, man. Come on. Thor, I'd say the most important people to keep are probably... I would say Iron Man, but I guess they're bringing back Robert Downey Jr. at least. Iron Man, Captain America, Thor, probably Loki. I think those are... Loki may be a stretch. He's one of my favorites. But I think those are like... I would consider those the untouchables. I would do whatever I can to try to keep them. Just milk them as long as you can. The other people, most of them are pretty expendable. Like, you could have other characters, cheaper characters. But, like, Ant-Man, like... Come on. Hulk is, like, kind of cool, but honestly... Like, you could probably replace him in some stuff. Doctor Strange also, I think, is, like, pretty good. Benedict Cumberbatch is an amazing actor, and there's a lot of, like, fun storylines and stuff you can do with Doctor Strange. Black Panther, yeah, he was good, but yeah, I mean, he died, Chadwick. It's crazy, he died of colon cancer at... Can't through the minions. That's crazy. Died of, yeah, colon cancer at 40, man. That makes me want to, like, get get a colonoscopy. I think it's free if you have insurance. If they don't find anything. If they find something and they have to, like, take out some polyps or something, then that costs. But I think the diagnostic is free. There really should be more of a push for diagnostic stuff to be free. Or it's not diagnostic. What's it? I forgot what... It's like... a scan. I forgot what it's called. But basically something where they're not sure if you're sick or not. They're just doing a test. I think some of that stuff is free. Now, MRIs, I don't think are. But I feel like CAT scans, MRIs, all that stuff should be very heavily subsidized by the government. Because that's when you really want people to, like you want people to go get tests and get encouraged. That's why a lot of insurers are covering more tests. Because it's like, okay, you want to find a stage 1 and cure that for whatever it's going to cost, a couple $1,000 or do you want them to not go get tested and find them at stage 4 and they cost you $200,000 and they die? They probably don't care if you die or not, but they, you know, would probably like to have you pay in a lot more. I mean, they certainly don't want that happening at 40, right? If it's your end-of-life care is a couple $100,000 and you've been you've paid in $400K, then, you know, that's a win for them. But if you're, you know, 40, sorry, I can't follow it right now, John. I'll have to look in a second. But I wish they would make more diagnostic exams better. I think it would improve the health on a lot of people. And just really get the word out and get people to go do more of those types of exams.
An ally has been slain.
Yeah, I'm not, like, privy to the exact details of Canada or these other places. I know they're not perfect. I've heard the same thing about England, you know, journal, or, like, England medicine, that's got all these problems. It sucks that Viego, like, gets revealed when he's coming in for a game. We should be trying to zone him here, I think, but I don't know. I need to be using this ult a lot more.
An enemy has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
Oh, she fucked it up! She didn't auto.
An enemy has been slain.
That was rough. Where's Yi? That's what I'm concerned about here. Okay, we gotta get out of here. Excuse me. Yeah. It's just really hard to have a free market on something where there's almost infinite demand. But it's just like America is such a different place too than other places. Like, we have such a massive obesity problem. Europeans probably smoke as much or more than we do, But I think we just like our food is just way worse, and people just eat huge portions. I guess that's fine, whatever. Okay. I thought maybe we could get both of them, but maybe not. I mean, Nautilus is feeling pretty good so far, but... We gotta get out of here. Blitzcrank's gonna be coming.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Buddy, we're getting all these kills bottom. Like, just don't stop dying. What do you mean, dude? We've converted almost every kill. I mean, like, how do you even reason with someone like that? Do you even have the game turned on? Like, we double kill them every, like, I think there was one time Viego didn't get a successful gank. Every other time, it's literally been 7 kills bottom. If you gank top, what happens? You get 1 kill. If you gank bottom, what happens? Usually you get 2 kills. And sometimes you get, like, plates, towers, all these things. But you almost always get 2 kills. People are just so selfish and dumb. I mean, I don't know why I'm shocked, but it's just like... It's not even like you have to think any next level stuff. Like, oh, we're getting pressure, we're shutting down their ADC, you know, all of that. It's just like, straight up just count the kills. Are we really not... We can't get any more than that. Okay. Guess maybe I'm supposed to flash something Blitz did there. I could flash R, but we like people just weren't close enough, and this Kassadin's like super far behind. It has this pretty limp build too. Like tier malignants. What? Yeah, I mean, he's not even that far. I guess he is. He's like 50, but he's got 3 kills. He's down in CS, but it's like, yeah, dude, just play your freaking matchup. Like, he's not wrong, but it's like, that is an okay play to go top and kill her. It is a great play to go bottom and get multiple kills. You gotta think about, like, what's the best thing to be doing. Push this.
Dominating.
Okay, and we stopped their dragon stacking. That's definitely a win. I mean, I stayed as long as I could. Aurora was going to kill him anyways. Alright, Kassadin probably... No, he's not even going to get top tower. He's probably going to get run down and killed by Yi. Dude, at least get a rod, man. You got something stacking. Or, like, going on. Alright. Feels bad not being able to complete Warmogs, but... I mean, Camille does... I don't know. Like, we're doing fine. We're ahead. It's like... I mean, I could understand the frustration if... we didn't get any kills, or maybe even if we got 1 or 2 kills bottom. And he's thinking like, look, I can carry harder, you need to be ganking for me. But it's really hard to argue with 7 kills, right? Like, he literally was a part of 7 kills bottom at the time when I said that.
Godlike.
And yeah, it's not like Kai'Sa's a chump. Like, she has been making mistakes, but just like, as a champion, you know, that's the carry champ too. Kassadin, you have no gank support. Like, you really have no argument for, like, and you're not going to kill Ahri, right? But, yes, top lane, Camille can lock down, and you can probably kill this girl almost every time. Like, he's not wrong. It's just, you're not going to have killed her 7 times. Like, we killed bottom. That's just not going to happen. You watch out. We're in a really weak area. Okay. Most of our strong people are bot. Oh. Yeah, I mean, Cass shouldn't have died that many times, but it's fine. We can carry him. He does come online later. It's like, you need to buy more appropriate items for this matchup, though. Like, you need something with HP on it. So I really think you should be doing Rod, or...
An enemy has been slain.
Alright.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
I don't know if we can do anything here.
An ally has been slain.
Is this warded? Yeah, it's warded. I think they kill her there, right? Oh, he missed the little jump on her. He doesn't know how to use her abilities. It's like, the fuck is this champ? Oh god. That's a waste of barrier. Well, maybe. He doesn't have ult though, does he? Man, this started off so good, and then it's gotten weird. How the fuck did she... Okay. Is that freaking ward in the middle there? So annoying. Shouldn't we be getting that first? I don't know. Okay, sure. That was kind of goofy. Mill has a mouth. Yeah, she didn't give up. She's just a little sassy. Whatever. As long as other people don't get triggered, if there's like one person that's a little sassy, it's usually okay.
An enemy has been slain. He has destroyed a turret. He has destroyed a turret.
There's not even a tower down here.
Enemy has been slain. Double kill. Your team has destroyed a turret. Your team has destroyed a turret.
Yeah, E is mad. I don't know what else we get next. Nice Val, I guess. I don't know, man. Yeah, it feels like she's TPing on cooldown. This rune's giving me 200 health. This thing. That's like 500 like gold worth of HP. That's pretty nice. God, that wave clear is so bad without more points than E. I just cannot clear waves at all. Which usually isn't a problem as a support, but yeah, I mean, guys, what are we doing? Should have pinged him back, I guess.
Killing spree. Double kill.
Okay, I thought Diego was coming, but
Ally has been slain. Enemy has been slain.
He probably would have had him, but I don't know. I didn't want Yi to just all of a sudden turn it around. Also didn't want to KS it.
Shut down.
This lane is still pushing. Guess it's gonna be a fat sack for whoever spawns here in a second. Oh, never mind. It's pushing back. Yeah, we'll just go Val. These Ionian boots actually don't feel too bad on Nautilus. My ult is up basically constantly, like every fight. So I need to play Nautilus a little closer to something like a Thresh in the sense that like I just don't go in and just stay in the fight. I just kind of like use my CC and just kind of weave in and out of the fight. Because you are kind of squishy, especially with Ionian boots. This guy really just wants to 1v1 the Viego. You know, he's like trying to type in chat, 1v1 me. You beep, beep, beep. Going off like a car horn, probably. We need to just go get Baron. Like, what are we doing? Just go get Baron, guys. Can we not throw? Like, we have inhibitor down, every lane's push. Like, what are we doing? Just fighting outside their wall? Well, he does lose every time, but, like, someone always interferes, usually me. He might beat him at this point. I mean, he is 11-1. He's up 2 items, but is Viego gonna rotate to this or not? Kaisa got my back. Oh, I got Warmogs. I'm good. 1% HP, no problem. I didn't realize The Boys was so popular too. I thought it was kind of a joke or something, but it's been on for, I didn't realize, like 7 years or something? Like, quite a long time. Thought he was gonna sneak one in. I almost forgot for a second that he still had it because he held that fourth shot for so long. And then I was like, oh yeah, I gotta block this. Okay, well that Nautilus game felt pretty good. Nautilus is kind of like Lulu. It's like, there have been some seasons where I've had a positive win rate with Nautilus, but I think sometimes I just commit too much. Because he is on the squishy side, and he really doesn't do nearly as much damage as Leona, but man, his CC is so good, though. Because a lot of it is displacements. And he's just like really not that cucked by Mercury Treads, even though Treads should just get nerfed. But it's like Tenacity just doesn't do a lot, or Cleanse, especially because his ult's a knockup. But the payoff is you are squishier. And you can't go over walls, but it is a little easier to hit open field hooks on people. And it does have a pretty low cooldown. As far as hooks go, if you max it out. I guess his hook, like the single target damage later on, is pretty good. But it's just like Leona's passive does so much damage in team fights. And she just has a lot of uptime on her CC too. But what is Bouncer? Crowd control score in a game. That's an interesting one. I'm surprised they don't have higher than that. I mean, Rakan doesn't have a ton, though, against a lot of people. These are kind of fun. I don't look at them all the time, but it is a little just something showing up other than just your rank. But anyways, okay. Well, thank y'all very much for coming out. As always, I appreciate it. Unfortunately, got to get up in the morning, take care of the kids, try to get my sleep schedule back on track here. But someday, maybe someday, we can start streaming at 9:30. Ideally, I'd like to stream around like 9:30 and then see if we can get like 3 games in. 9 or maybe 9. Get 3 games in and then go to bed by 11. Something like that would be cool. But anyways, okay. Well, that's it. Thank you very much. I'll try to get that support tier list out for everybody tomorrow. And that's it. Have a good day. Thanks for coming out. Always a pleasure chatting with you guys. And I'll see you next time.